Hi guys, welcome back aboard to the Crypto Cruise. It's me Chris, and today we're going to talk about Litecoin, LTC, what Litecoin is all about, what makes it unique. We're going to talk some chart analysis, potential price target where Litecoin is heading in the immediate short term. But we're not only going to talk about Litecoin, of course, we're also going to mention Ethereum, where it's heading. And today's show we're going to start, as we always do, with the Bitcoin chart. And what I'm seeing, actually, in my personal opinion, of course, anything I say in this video, it is not a financial advice. It's for pure entertainment purposes, and before you do anything, do the diligence and make your own research, because as I've said, this is not a financial advice. What in my personal opinion, the correction is over. I don't think we're gonna go lower prices than 102,000. And right now, basically, in my personal opinion, we're gonna have more continuation of the trend on the upside. So if we just zoom out and see this previous resistance line that we've tested, we basically enter the bear market. Right now we're just turning it for support. Hopefully it holds as support, and we're gonna see higher prices for Bitcoin, guys. And yeah, as I've said, if you've been watching my previous videos, I remain bullish when it comes to Bitcoin. I'm actually anticipating a huge V-shaped recovery, and a V-shaped recovery doesn't take many weeks. It takes 1 to 2 weeks for Bitcoin basically to recover from its previous all-time high. So this is something that I'm actually anticipating. By end of October, early November of this year, Bitcoin start hitting all-time high prices, and once we start hitting prices of above 125, 126, my personal opinion, when we have a full price discovery, Bitcoin can easily go to 150,000, and with that pull the whole altcoin season with it. And of course, Ethereum chart on the bullish side as well. Now when it comes to Ethereum, I see nothing but bullish momentum as well. Huge reverse head and shoulder patterns, ascending triangle patterns, which of course is bullish structures. We broke above this resistance line that we've tested multiple times in the past, starting from November 2021 at price of around 4,800. We tested here in March of 2024, in June of 2024. We even tested at the end of last year at price of above 4,000. And what happened next? Well, everyone was expecting for Ethereum to start hitting all-time high prices just the way Bitcoin did at the end of last year. Ethereum absolutely capitulated from above $4,000. We went all the way to 1,200. Nobody expected that. I did though. I wasn't surprised one bit. And then I've told you guys, a V-shaped recovery. That's exactly what happened. We broke above this resistance line. Ethereum actually hit all-time high prices. Right now we're just experiencing a little correction before we have a full price discovery. And Ethereum, as I've said, if we measure this huge ascending triangle pattern from the bottom to the top, the price target should be above 6,600, and potentially one final shake off, potentially January, February of next year, and a blow off top by March, April. And potentially Ethereum can even go and test price of above $10,000, 5 digits for Ethereum. It's not completely out of the way. It's not completely out of the picture. I think this is something very manageable, something really accomplishable. And I mean, we just have to look previously what happened. So I think the bull cycle of 2017, when Ethereum was around 1,400, and at the peak of the previous bull cycle, as I've said, in 2021, Ethereum hit a price of around 4,800. So that's around 3x, right? So if something like that repeats, 4,800 3 times, that's around 12,000. Again, I'm not saying it's gonna go above 12,000, but is it possible to go 5 digits? That's absolutely in the charts, and this is something this can potentially happen. Now when it comes to Litecoin, there's a lot of bearish momentum. Nobody believes in that coin. Everyone says that Litecoin is a dead project, and again, this might very be true, right? But in my personal belief, I think Litecoin is heading for way higher prices than what it is now, especially once the true speculation of the altcoin season kicks in. We're gonna see high valuations when it comes to LTC, and usually in that period of time between 3 to 6 months, once the true speculation of the altcoin season happens, Litecoin usually tend to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's see how I think it's going to play out, but I'm definitely anticipating way higher prices for LTC. Again, anything I say in this video, it is not a financial advice. It's for pure entertainment purposes, and before you do anything, do your diligence and make your own research, because as I've said, this is definitely not a financial advice. But what I'd like to see for Litecoin to do is basically, for me to remain bullish, is basically go above this resistance line, previous resistance that we've tested here in June of 2023, price of around $115. We tested here as well in April of 2024, price of around $113. We actually broke above at the end of last year in December of 2024, a price of above $150. We couldn't hold it, we dropped down, and right now we are below this resistance line. I mean, now it's acting as resistance as well. So what I'm anticipating is basically once we start hitting price of above $105, $106, break this resistance line, turn it into support, take out this local top that we formed, as I've said, in December of 2024, a price of around $150. And from $150, because usually that's how they move, you know, these altcoins, they don't move slowly and methodically. They actually go really fast, really fast, really high. So before you hesitate, you know, before you think of investing or anything like that, they already skyrocket. It's my personal opinion, of course. So from $150, potentially Litecoin can catapult immediately to this resistance line, price of around $460, $470. I mean, we just have to look at the statistics and what previously happened with LTC. So here in 2013, I think Litecoin from the bottom of the bear market in 2012 all the way to the full speculation, the altcoin season in November of 2013 went 100x. Here in 2017, I think went something absolutely insane. From $1 went all the way to $300, something like 300x. And again, from the bottom of the bear market in 2020, when COVID hits, a price of around $25 all the way to $413. Again, hit all-time high. So potentially we can go, as I've said, and test this resistance line that we've tested multiple times in the past. In December of 2017, a price of around $370. And again, another test in May of 2021, its previous all-time high, a price of around $413. So potentially, if Litecoin remain bullish and goes and tests this resistance line, in my personal opinion, goes to 460, potentially start breaking above 480 to 490, potentially $500, comes back, turn this previous resistance into support, and from $500 we can quickly snap like double in price, and Litecoin test prices of above 4 digits, $1,000. This is not completely out of the way, and this is something that I'm actually anticipating. Let's see how this thing is going to play out. A lot of people are saying Litecoin is a dead project. It can very easily go to zero. That's also a possibility. I'm not completely brush off this sentiment that Litecoin can be a dead project. That's, as I've said, this can potentially be true. But in my personal opinion, considering all the things that are aligning right now, I think this this altcoin season will bring some really good returns, and Litecoin can be one of those coins that potentially can outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, and in my personal opinion, it's a lucrative investment. Once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate all support. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do it. It's absolutely free. And if you want to support my work, you can subscribe to my Patreon. That would be absolutely amazing. With that subscription comes a lot of exclusive content with the most undervalued, underappreciated coins. Some of them 100x potential. My 2 books of how to become a sophisticated trader. And of course, one-on-one consultation of helping you how to navigate through that really difficult bull cycle, and much more. Once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Goodbye.